Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Bennett and I'm here in the new book area of the library. I recently processed maybe about 75 new books here at school. So I'll go over a couple of them, but let me know via email if you want to know more specifics about books. And as always, request books on the library's website. They get delivered either to your Get Set or to the main office if you're a remote student. So here we go. On our top shelf, we've got tons of new books. We've got books 3 and 4 of the Tapper Twins. If you're a fan at all of Mac Barnett's Terrible 2 or Diary of a Wimpy Kid, that's a great book for you. Another one that's a similar read-alike is the 6th book in the Tom Gates series. This is Tom Gates Extra Special Treats, and then we have the 9th book of the Jedi Academy series. This one came out a little bit ago, so it is new to us. Back here we have I Survived number 20, the California Wildfires. And we have Some Places More Than Others, and that's by Renee Watson. That's one of her new titles. We have, they're new to us, the Batman and Catwoman, if it'll zoom in for you. DC Icons novels. This one's written by Marie Lu. The Catwoman one is written by Sarah Moss. They're in our DC area of our fiction. We have book 5.5 of The Last Kids on Earth, June's Wild Flight. Goodness. We've got Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Deep End. That's book 15. We have an excellent memoir from Rex Ogle. Free Lunch, talking about his life as a middle school student on free and reduced lunch. We have another Twisted Tale. This one is new to us. This one is a spin on Cinderella. This one came out this summer, The One and Only Bob. It's the sequel to One and Only Ivan. On our next shelf down, we have Tristan Strong, Punches a Hole in the Sky. That's the first of the Tristan Strong series. It's part of Rick Riordan's imprint publishing. We have It's New to Us, a Derek Jeter Fast Break, part of the Contract series. We have Rick, which is the second one of George, or excuse me, it's a read-alike to George, but it's a standalone. Book 9 of The Kicks by Alex Morgan. Book 3 of The Shadow Crosser. It's written by J.C. Cervantes. This is a great book if you are also another Rick Riordan reader. This is the 3rd book of The Storm Runner. We do have books 1 and 2 if you've never read it before. Great series, super popular fantasy. We've got the first book of The Overflow, Bloom by Kenneth Opel. We have a Wings of Fire Legends book. This is book 2. Full disclosure, I accidentally purchased this one instead of the first one. So we don't own the first Legends one. So if you've read that one, feel free to pick this one up. You do have to read them in order. So if you've read the first one, here's the second. Hopefully the first one will be here sooner rather than later. We have Shuri, which is a Black Panther novel from Nick Stone. We've got Goodbye, Mr. Terup, which is the 4th book of Rob Bouillet's Mr. Terup series. And we have book 9 and book 10 of Mythomania. Book 10 is Get Lost, Odysseus, and book 9 is Hit the Road, Helena. And then on our bottom shelf, we've got the new Trials of Apollo, the new middle school. We have Dear Justice. So if you read Dear Martin, that's a great sequel to Dear Martin. We have the 5th book of Mr. Lemoncello's Library. We've got April Henry's new book, The Girl in the White Van. Here's the 2nd, Tristan Strong. This one is Tristan Strong Destroys the World. We've got Straight On Till Morning, which is another Twisted Tale. This one happens to be Peter Pan, and What If Wendy Traveled to Neverland with Captain Hook first. We've got Black Canary, which is another DC Icons book. Book 7 of Treasure Hunters by James Patterson. We've got Mary Underwater. Great standalone title about a girl who wants to get away and builds her own submarine. Oh, she's such an amazing heroine. Such a great main character. We've got Chris Grabenstein's new book, The Smartest Kid in the Universe. We Dream of Space. This one is set in 1986. Surrounding the Challenger expedition. Just Like That is a story about a girl who heads off to private boarding school. And this is the second book in the in the Peak series by Roland Smith. This one is The Edge. And then if I head over to the front of the new bookshelf, we've got a couple of great picture books, Me All Alone at the End of the World and I Wonder. But then we also have great titles like Genesis Begins Again. This one is getting raved about. One of Gordon Corman's new titles, Notorious, Dogman Number 9, Grime and Punishment. Another Renee Watson, Ways to Make Sunshine. We've got Wonder Woman and Batman. It's a graphic novel. We've got Crush, which is the third book in the, most kids call it the Awkward series, but it's really Barry Brook Middle School. Act, which is the third book of the camp. We have book I Survived 1 and I Survived 2 graphic novels, so Titanic and the Shark Attacks of 1916. We've got a new Plants vs. Zombies, Meg, Joe, Beth, and Amy, which is a graphic novel adaptation of Little Women. It's actually written by Ray Tercio, which is the pen name for Rex Ogle, the gentleman who wrote that free lunch memoir. We have a spin-off of that Bone series. This is, not a spin-off, a companion book for the Bone series. This is the Bone Handbook. Believe it or not, we never actually purchased Amulet number 8, so we finally have that in. We have the new Babysitters, Logan Likes Marianne. This is book 8. I know book 9 just came out, but we just got book 8. We've got a whole bunch of Dragon Ball Z. This is Dragon Ball Z 25 to 26. But here are some of the subsequent titles. We now own the whole series of Dragon Ball Z. And then a few more graphic novels. We bought Class Act. We've got a couple of more of Plants vs. Zombies, Cleopatra in Space, and finally we purchased a Warriors graphic novel. So if you were at all into the Warriors series, this is a Shadow in River Clan. So we are super, super proud of this order. We really feel like there are tons of titles in here that are gonna grab your interest. So as always, request them on the library's website for delivery to your Get Set or again to the main office. Have a great day, LMS.